Hi everyone, I'm Alex Zewak, and I'm the host of Gathering of Styles TV.
Hi, I'm Caldera with the Gathering of Styles TV on location, Lincoln, Rhode Island. Jiu-Jitsu's the name of the game. Hi, I'm Caldera with the Gathering of Styles TV, and I am here with Richard Patronelli at his event, Patronelli Summer Showcase. The who's who in Jiu-Jitsu is here. Let me tell you, Mr. Patronelli, who is your instructor?
I had many of them. I started off as a kid with a guy named John DeGotti, very famous in the 50s. Spent many years with him with my dad. That's how I got into it. Then I moved on to Pete de Blasio, basic karate style. And from then on, as I grew older, I met a guy named John Lee in Jiu-Jitsu. I spent many years with him. When he passed on, I went with Peter Rogers, Grandmaster Peter Rogers. I spent 15 years with him. And beyond that fact, I met the world's strongest man, John Wooten, Grandmaster John Wooten, my Amaru, Antonio Pereira's student. He was a 10th Dan and a 9th Dan, I believe, in judo. And Professor V came up my dojo in Cranston, Rhode Island, 1500 Oaklawn Avenue, and did a seminar. And he watched me and he pointed to me. He says, "I want you in my house." I said, "Really?" I said,
He's a great guy, huh?
Oh yeah. He lived in White Plains Road in the Bronx, 1232, second floor. And
Remember
it was, oh yeah. I used to drive there 3 times a week for years, and I really enjoyed it.
With Mr. V's knowledge, you're passing it on.
Yes, I am.
And you're doing it the right way.
Yes, I am.
With the Gathering Styles TV and the seminars, and we totally believe in passing it on to the next generation. You believe in that, obviously.
Yes, I really get out there.
All right.
You know.
Well, outstanding. I'm Caldera with the Gathering Styles TV. Soki Patronelli. Talk to you later. Hi, I'm Caldera with the Gathering of Styles TV. I'm here with Jiu-Jitsu expert Thomas Catlin, in from New York, letting you know what's going down in your town. Sir, it is a pleasure to have you here, let me tell you. First of all, I hear you're all over the world. What's going on? Where are you teaching?
Well, thanks for having me, brother. Things are going great. My Hambu dojo is located on Southampton, Long Island, but the art is spreading around the world. I have schools in New Jersey and Florida, Colombia, South America, Mexico, and Canada now.
Oh my God, that must be incredible. Let's say the name properly of your style.
The art is San Lung Tao, System of 3 Dragons. It's a hybrid art, but it encompasses traditional arts of karate, kung fu, and jiu-jitsu.
That is so great to hear. You believe in passing it on.
Listen, if there is no tradition, there is no martial art. Although I do a hybrid or what they considered combined art, I maintain the traditions of all 3 of those arts, only bringing them in. In fact, I might be more traditional than traditional. Next week, I'm in Chicago with Grandmaster Anthony Muhammad.
Very nice.
2 weeks from that, I'm with Chuck Beadle down in Virginia. 3 weeks from that, I'm with Soke Lil John Davis down in Florida. The thing is that we have to understand, when you want support, you have to be supportive. We're always better when there's unity in martial arts. When we get on the floor, we cross-train. I learn from you, you learn from me. We set all that ego nonsense aside. The better you become, the better I become, the better our students become. It's no longer about me, man. My time is come and gone. People are, "Oh man, but you're still great." Listen, it ain't about me. It's about producing the best students. It's about raising up these little boys and girls to be great citizens. It's about turning adults from employees to employers, from going from being an employer to the business owner. You know, we always want an upward projection, and that's what I'm about. And I do that by supporting those who support me. And I receive a tremendous amount of support. So I have to give them out. That's why I'm here in Rhode Island now. Soke Petronelli was just out there for me, so what do I have to do? I load up the students, I come and support him. That's the way martial arts should be.
Outstanding answer. Well, you heard it here live, Gathering of Styles TV, with the latest and greatest, Thomas Catlin. We're out of here.
Hey, Eric, is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Great, we got Eric on location. Let's see where you're at.
I'm in Warwick, Rhode Island. Hi, I'm Eric Caldera with the GOS TV, and I'm at the Crown Plaza, Rhode Island, bringing you Jiu-Jitsu. Hi, everybody. I'm Eric Caldera, and welcome to the Gathering of Styles Jiu-Jitsu Seminar. Today, we have Grandmaster 74-year-old, or 74 years young, Grandmaster Ali Shabazz. So this evening, Dela, Cruz. Have a fun day, enjoy each other's company, and thank you for coming.
Hello everyone, this is Alex Ziwak with Gathering of Styles. I'm an actor, maybe you've seen me in The Drop, John Wick. I'm an undercover on Blue Bloods, and I'm the owner of Ziwak Martial Arts in Connecticut. We are privileged to have with us today Sensei Carlos de la Cruz. Thank you, sir, for joining us today. I'm sure our viewers are interested in knowing your background in the martial arts, different systems, styles.
First, I wanted to thank Eric and the Gathering of Styles for having me. The spirit of sharing is very important, and I think that this organization is very about promoting that sense of community.
Exactly.
So it's a pleasure to be here and a pleasure to kind of go over my background.
Thank you for taking the time.
Well, when I first started doing the martial arts, I started understanding in terms of distance, right? How far away the person is from you. And I realized that the system that I was doing, the Kempo system, didn't cover it all, you know? So I started looking for different things, and that's kind of when I started working with guys, senior guys in the Kempo dojo.
Well, that's what because my background's Taekwondo, and they're known primarily for all kicking.
Absolutely.
And I said, well, wait a minute, what's going to happen if I'm close
What are the other ranges,
What's going to happen if someone's sitting on top of me? So we're on the same page.
Absolutely, and it's just trying to be thorough with your understanding of the martial. Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes.
I think in the 90s, when like 93, when the Gracies kind of came in and added that dimension that a lot of people had never seen before, they kind of emphasized the understanding of distances and all that kind of stuff. And then obviously even further out with weapon training.
Yes.
So after I got my black belt in 97 in the Kempo system, I wanted to go out. I started training in Aikido. I started looking into, a friend of mine did Jiu-Jitsu. And he was a student of Grandmaster Richard Petronelli's, which is how I was introduced into the Jiu-Jitsu system. You know? So I was working on things on a very, very basic level. So I mean the basic stuff, repetition. So when I started working with like Grandmaster Petronelli, Grandmaster Syed Najem, who's an Olympic champion, I mean silver medalist in 1992, I mean just super talented martial artist. I started working with Shihan Felton Messina and Shihan Ignacio Arias.
You work with all the heavies.
Well I try to, you know, you can learn from a seminar and you can learn from a very, brief interaction with an instructor, just like you can learn from your mother, your father, in any sense of life. But there are teachers. There are places where you can go and you have to repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat, and that can't be faked.
That's it.
So I try to find the meanest, the meanest guys that wouldn't let me get away with anything. Master Najem was a taskmaster. Classes were 3 hours long, 3 times a week, and if you couldn't take it, you just had to go. I mean, it's just really the way it was. And he told me years later, he goes, when people ask you about me, you're going to tell them that I'm crazy.
Well, this is this funny story, because I trained with my first instructor, Tae-Hee Lee, and the way he taught back then compared to the way it is now, he said it'd be like totally different.
Very different.
And then when he had to relocate, I traveled out to California, and everybody knows Grandmaster Hyo Cho.
Absolutely.
So that was one badass dude.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And is, and then like and he really trained us hard.
You know, I never got a sense of how tall he was because every time I saw him, he was up in the air, you know,
Yeah,
throwing a kick
jumping
over
back,
his shoulder,
turning kicks, and splitting bags in
Amazing.
half.
But see, again, that's talent, that's passion, and
Yeah.
that's a person that, I mean, I know he's on the seminar circuit sharing all the
Oh
stuff that he
yeah,
does, you know.
we go to England and Ireland with him. It was an honor to be under his tutelage.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was traveling to Ohio with Grandmaster Petronelli one time, and I'm just like, no, I'll grab your bags, I'll grab your bags.
Yes.
And he's like, he looked at me, he's like, I used to grab my instructor's bag. Like, what a full circle,
What a full
type
circle
moment.
this is.
You know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah.
But that's the essence of the martial arts.
Yes.
You're just a link in the chain. You know,
Yes.
you're no better than anybody else that came before you.
That's right.
And your job is to make sure that the next generation that comes after you
And this is
just
what
as
the
quality.
Gathering of Styles is all
Absolutely.
about.
And that's why I'm here.
And that's why
That's
you're
why I'm
here.
here.
I think we have some clips of Sensei Carlos de la Cruz right here.
Hi, my name is Soshihan Carlos de la Cruz, and I'm here with my good friend Eric Caldera, and we're gonna do the technique of the week. So we're gonna work off of a grab, right? So he's gonna lunge in for me and he's gonna grab me. Most of the time when the person grabs, I've already made the mistake of allowing you to close the distance. So if I have anxiety from you grabbing me and me moving back, I wanna be able to use that but channel it into you. I'm gonna give you the reaction that you were looking for. But we're gonna stop here and I'm gonna show you the finishing move and we're gonna work our way backwards, okay? The finishing move that I wanna use, I wanna come underneath and where's the power in this? Where's the control in this? Front to back. So you could pull me, and you could push me, and you can control my movement this way. But you can't control my movement this way, right? There's no control there. This arm gives you the illusion of control, right? And it gives me a contact. The only thing I'm worried about is that, because this is a dead hand to me. So forget about the shock, forget about the footwork. I want to work my finishing move. I'm going to come underneath, rotate. I'm not trying to pull you away because if your grip is strong, it's the same thing. Close it tight, and I'm going to try to pull. That's where you're strong. But if I start to rotate, look at the movement. I'm going to come right in. You okay? Us. Come on up. I'm not going to go over so much. Okay, I'm just gonna go over a little bit halfway so you don't have to worry about, I wanna move. We're gonna go, right? Grab again. See, when I roll, I'm bringing him into me and I'm bringing my elbow down into me this way as well. Everything is tight. This teaches me the lesson that if this thumb lines up with this pinky and this pinky lines up with this elbow, as long as I'm pulling the pinky towards me, I'm working directly against the most effective way to dislocate this joint, right? So how to get there is everything else. It's the footwork, it's this. It's the rollover, okay? So shock, but you know you gotta work that final move. You wanna know how you're gonna pin this guy, right? So come in one more time, hey, calm down. There it is. See, that was a little hard. I had to put a little body into it, but the minute that I add my shocks and I start kicking low and I lock first, and then I come in this way here, I got you, okay? So let's add the cherry on top, the control point, last thing, right? You grab me here, again, you don't have any control of me moving this way, and I'm concerned with this hand. But if I have my shock and I kick and I lock to give you pain, you come in at me? So I know if you move, I can end it here. But I'm gonna come in here, and now I'm gonna come in, grab those fingers, and lock them up this way. Watch it. Right? Come in with me with the other hand. Gotcha. So not every technique requires me to gouge your eyes out, hit you in the throat, kick you in the groin. I can control you, especially if you close the gap and do the hardest part for me. Okay, as long as my hands are on guard, I stay relaxed, I channel that anxiety in a proper way, keeping my hands up. You attacking me and you closing the gap on me doesn't make me do this and open up. It makes me do this. Hey man, calm down. See where my hands go? So my hands are always in position. That's why I can make a mistake. Because if I make my mistake, my hands are still in front of me, not down, not this way. Us?
Good. Carlos de la Cruz, technique of the week.
My website is the easiest way to get a hold of me. Okay. We've just revamped it. It's tombokai.com.
Okay.
TOMBOKAI.com. Tombo Kai means dragonfly.
Okay.
Now, typically in the martial arts, you'll see mascots that are dragons and tigers, and you know, these aggressive animals. The dragonfly is very passive. It does what it does, and it just kind of stays out of the way. And that's really our philosophy. All the chaos can go on outside. It doesn't affect us.
I
You know,
see.
we are very inside of ourselves.
Right.
So as opposed to going after something that has the connotation of aggression, we're trying to go for another path, a more philosophical path. You know, introspection.
Sensei, it was an honor for me to interview you.
It's a pleasure.
I think it's an honor for our viewers to have you here with us today.
It's a pleasure
Thank
to
you.
be here, and it's a pleasure to share with you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Eric Caldera with the Gathering of Styles TV, and I'm bringing you Technique of the Week with Ali Shabazz, Baltimore. Mr. Shabazz.
Stepping with a reverse outside block, strike to the kidneys, hammer fist strike to the carotid artery, elbow strike to the chin, pseudo block to the carotid artery.
Hi, I'm Eric Caldera with the Gathering of Styles, letting you know what's going down in your town. Well, let me tell you, Martial Arts Weekend, Expo, Atlantic City, Alan Goldberg's putting it on.
Thank you for tuning in, everyone. I'm Master Alex Ziwak, signing off for the Gathering of Styles TV.